can feel it down in my plums. When I hear a sound, a rap at the door, my young son Gabriel walks in.
Welcome back to Let the Boys Watch, an entertainment podcast brought to you by Going Gray Production. On this week's episode, we are still chipping away at the New York Times best movies of this century, and the winner of our poll this week was 2000 dramedy, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Oh Brother was written and directed by Joel and Ethan Coen and based on The Odyssey by Homer. Oh Brother stars George Clooney, John Turturro, Tim Blake Nelson, John Goodman, and Holly Hunter. Alongside me is the Cuz. Cuz, how we doing?
I'm in a tight spot. How are you doing?
Good, good. I'm doing good. Alongside the Cuz, myself, good friend, co-host Ryan. Ryan, how are you doing?
I was gonna say the same thing, but literally, he
You
said it
could
once,
have.
and I was like, "It's funny." Yeah, actually, yeah, I should say it again. What did he do? Like 4 times in the same scene?
Yeah.
Lost it. But I'm doing well. Robbie, how are you?
Good, good. Doing good.
Good.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Robbie said, this is Let the Boys Watch, and we typically watch movies that one or all of us haven't seen. Sometimes we watch whatever we want. But we're chipping away at the top 100 movies on that New York Times list. Um, if you want to suggest some movies or a theme maybe for us to put on our Instagram poll at Let the Boys Watch Pod, you can do that. You send us a message there. You could send us an email at ltbwpodcast@gmail.com. Or you could maybe comment somewhere. Benny, tell them about it.
Yeah, please follow us on YouTube. You can look for Let the Boys Watch, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? And subscribe. This way you don't have to type in all that nonsense every single week. It will just show up on your home screen every Thursday when we release an episode. You can like the video. You can comment. You can tell us what you like, what you don't like. If you have any of those suggestions, please leave them in the comments there. But it would mean the world to us if you would follow us on YouTube. Let the Boys Watch.
Did you see that we're breaking news on YouTube last week?
No.
Yeah, we got a comment that we broke the I mean sad news, but we broke the Catherine O'Hara news to somebody. So
Oh, really? I didn't see that
yeah,
comment. Well,
apologies
thank you.
to that viewer, but
Was it somebody that we know?
no,
Awesome. Well, thank you for commenting. Hope you came back this week.
yeah, hopefully,
We love
yeah.
hearing from you.
Yeah, I don't know if shouting out is appropriate, but shout out Happy Camper.
Happy camper. Thanks
Oof.
for stopping by, man. We appreciate you. Or
Yeah,
woman. We don't know.
yeah. Campers could be men or women,
That is true.
True.
doesn't matter, or
Maybe it's a
bears. I
bear.
don't
Maybe it's a bear.
But but if anything, if I'm just taking from my personal experience that the only people that I attract is not women. So it was rough. It was a rough go growing up.
What changed?
I don't know. I've catfished. My catfish game got stronger.
Nice.
know. ASL, good in the chat room. So yeah, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? 2000, I think, right? Yeah, 2000. So it's been a while. If you haven't seen it in a bit, go watch it and then listen to us or watch us. But if you just want to raw dog it, since it's been 26 years, quick recap. Um, not a ton to this movie except the fact that there's three convicts. They escape. They are in search of a treasure. That treasure may or may not exist. But maybe the real treasure is, as the kids say, the friends they made along the way.
I love that.
Yeah,
Good job. Hey, that
Fantastic.
was quick and easy. I love it.
that I'm all about being quick and easy. Just ask my wife.
Tanya, I
Don't
love you
ask
two
her
kids.
that. Um, Now I think, surprise, surprise, I have never seen this movie, which is it's one of those ones that I've always wanted to see and just I don't know, never saw it. What about you boys? Have either of you seen it?
Nope.
What kind of question
Wow,
is that? What kind of
a
question is
three
that?
fair. I
Love a
love
good
it.
three for.
Yeah, love it. So we'll do some overall impressions, scores, and then get to some segments. Would anyone like to start with their overall impressions?
I could start.
Please.
Um, when I finished watching this movie, I was kind of like, what what the hell was that? And because I knew it was loosely based on the Odyssey, I was like, and I knew the reception that this movie got. I was like, I need to research what I just watched. Not that I thought that it was bad. It was just like I don't get the adulation that it got and why it's on this list. Um, and I was really like blown away by all like the symbolism in this movie and all the stuff that, obviously was taken from the Odyssey. It's not something that I read. Um, it just left me feeling really stupid, which is, I guess, is always a great thing to feel after you watch something. So, um, just the things that they did in this movie, um, was really cool. And I want to watch it again at some point, maybe after I read the Odyssey, but just the stuff that they did in regards to that and kind of a lot of the religious symbolism in this movie. I'm sure we'll get into it. It's really cool. It was really like artsy and there was a lot to it. Does that mean where I struggle with it is like, can I have gotten like a little bit of a breadcrumb in some spots, or am I just dumb? Um, because it did really take a lot of research after the movie to make it all click, and I was like, oh, okay, this meant so much more than I really thought. Because when the movie ended, I asked him what I thought, and I was like, I don't know. I really don't. I don't know what I think. It was fun. It did feel a little long in some places just because I guess I was missing a lot of the references and everything, but just watching a couple videos and even within like the first 5-10 minutes of research I did, I was like, holy shit, like there's so much, so many layers and so many different things in this movie that I just didn't get because I am an unlearned person. And like I said, made me feel a little bit dumb, but I really left it after doing that research, being like, wow, this is really cool the way that they did it, how loosely they did base it off the Odyssey, but there was obviously those touch points, and just kind of the narrative on religion and the Jim Crow era in the South, which again, I'm sure we'll get into some of that stuff later on. But yeah, I enjoy this as a piece of art because I think that's really what it is.
That's fantastic because I didn't enjoy it. Um, and I'm not gonna watch a movie and then have to do, extensive research afterwards. If you want to base it off the artist, that's fantastic. But like you said, give us some breadcrumbs, give us something. They kind of, loosely do things with various books and in various movies, and they don't go, buy the book, but at least you kind of have a nice time with it. I don't want to go back and research stuff. Once I'm done, I'm done. If only if it just like catches me, and I need to, read up on it and how they did this. I didn't get that part, but again, like maybe I'm just not a Coen Brothers fan. It just movie just was dumb to me. I love the performances. I love the music. It was it was written well as well. But for me, again, another dud in the chamber here. I just didn't find it entertaining. It was long for me. It felt longer than 2 hours. Um, and yeah, uh, if I got to do, I already got a couple degrees. If I got to do more studying, I'm not in it. So,
Not doing a post, a doctorate after I got all those other degrees.
nah,
Just
please, I'm not doing getting a PhD in philosophy here. Come on, enough.
question, Robbie. Do you like any of the other Coen Brothers movies that you've seen? I don't remember.
No country, of course, but
No Country, yeah, true. Okay.
that's just a different kind of movie that's in
Yeah,
my wheelhouse that I like.
yeah, true. That's true. Um,
Lebowski stunk.
oh yeah, that's right. You
Lebowski
didn't really
stunk.
like that one.
What else did we see? I would like to watch A Serious Man. Who cares?
Yeah. Who
Not like they're
cares?
watching. Not like they're both watching.
Who gives a shit? It's gone. They might be.
If
Joel,
they are,
Ethan, if you're watching,
make better
watch the
movies.
show.
I think you're overrated. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Oh, get it. Um, I mean, I enjoyed it. I didn't even really care much about the references to the Odyssey. The Odyssey was one of those, classics that I tried to start reading at some point years ago because I was like, oh, it's the Odyssey. I got to read it. I didn't make it through the whole thing because I am stupid. Just, whatever. Um, but I did enjoy it. I do like Coen Brothers movies. I can definitely see why someone might not like it. I get it, but I enjoyed it. Was it my favorite Coen Brothers movie? No. Um, do I honestly, I think I didn't watch it because I would consider myself a Coen Brothers fan. I didn't watch it, I think because of all the attention that it got, specifically for the music. Apparently, I was reading after the fact that the 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 album sold like millions of copies, won all these awards. Like it actually like exceeded the movie as far as
It's
like
crazy.
popularity, which is interesting. That's crazy. Um, but yeah, I liked it. I was doing the Leo like sirens, Cyclops. Um,
Here it
but
come. Here it come.
there you go. For the most part, yeah, I didn't watch it as like an Odyssey, a take on the Odyssey, which I thought was interesting. Neither of the Coen brothers read the Odyssey. So that was fun. The only person on the whole set that did, I think, was what's his name? Tim Blake Nelson, because apparently he was like a philosophy major or a classics major or
Yeah.
something like that. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I don't need to watch it again anytime soon. But I would, if it was on, I would watch it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like even, again very stupid. Like watching it, all the stuff after with like Cyclops and like I'll be like, oh, duh. Like how did I miss that? Like the sirens, obviously I got, but it was just I don't know, man. Like I typically would be like, you're not giving me anything, and I would have been upset by it. And I kind of was at the end of the movie, but I guess because it was a fun ride and like I liked the cinematography and I liked, the characters and I thought, it was silly in some spots. But I don't know if I didn't know if it was loosely based on the Odyssey, I don't think I would have like researched after because I don't know anything about it. So I was like, there must have been stuff that I missed. Um, but yeah, I get what you're saying, Robbie. Like they in a way it's like pretentious of the Coen brothers because like they really were not going to hold your hand and like you get it or you don't and you care or you don't. And I can understand why, like, I've already invested time in this movie. Why do I need to do all this research afterwards?
Yeah, if it was like Interstellar, I'm like, what the hell just happened? I
Yeah,
would do that. But for this, I was like, all right, whatever. And anyway, I'm gonna say my Odyssey for Christopher Nolan in IMAX this
true,
summer,
true. In Lincoln Square,
Lincoln
Lincoln City.
Square. Gotta
Um,
pass Tatiana's by. See if goes.
I'll say thank goodness that it's your pick next week, Robbie, because couple of duds. I feel bad.
It's okay. That's my life. Just a bunch of duds.
Just a bunch. Call me milk duds, because I'm white and I got a bunch of duds. All right, that was a bad one. Do
It's
you
fine.
quick question, do you guys like milk duds? I feel like they're divisive.
I like them, and it's probably one of the worst names of all times. It's like what?
What's
It's
milky
not
about them?
milky. Yeah, it's not milky, and it's not a dud.
I don't even know what it is actually.
It's like a
Candy
little
that'll rip your
chocolate
fillings
covered.
out.
Yeah, it's like a little um milk chocolate covered
Caramel.
Oh, okay.
caramel.
Yes, 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 yes. Okay.
It's good.
Will fuck your mouth
It is
up
good. I've
though.
had milk duds. I don't think
Yeah.
put that. You don't people put that in their popcorn as well?
Yes. Or
Hmm.
like Raisinets.
Yeah, raisins.
Or their dick.
I was
Maybe.
gonna
Through the bottom. Anyway, so let's do some scores and we'll get to some segments. Does anyone want to start with the score?
not really.
All right, I'll start. So like I said, I did enjoy this. Not my favorite Coen Brothers movie, but very enjoyable. So I'm gonna go 8.3.
Robbie, you want to go?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. What did we watch last week?
Best in show.
Oh, a different. I'll go 6.3 for the cinematography, the acting, and the soundtrack, and the set pieces. It was nice.
I'm torn. I don't know where to go with this because, like I said, I'm very much my scores are very much like gut reaction to the movie. And this I wouldn't have known how to score it after the movie ended, and I gained a lot of appreciation for it afterwards. So based on that, I probably feel that it's in the eights somewhere. But personally, I'm gonna go 7.8. Um, I don't like the score. I think I'm gonna. It probably is the front runner of the thing that I'm gonna rescore at the end of the year, as of right now. But just because I was like so unsure and I felt so freaking stupid afterwards, I'm gonna dock him points because I'm an idiot. Idiot, dumb person, dumb score. There you go.
I wonder if seeing the Odyssey in IMAX this summer at Lincoln Center will maybe change your perception or appreciation or understanding of this film if you watched it after.
Based on the trailer, the only thing that movie is gonna give me is an absolute panic attack because it was very intense.
Yeah.
We'll see. Um,
If they didn't read, see, if they didn't read the book, then how is it based off of the Odyssey?
See, when Ryan said that, I had kind of the same thought, but then again, I realized I'm just dumb and probably just not cultured in any type of way. So maybe when you like hang out and talk with like really smart people all the time and people that are in the arts, you probably just have heard so much of that story that I guess they took it in by osmosis.
yeah, supposedly they, uh, I would have to like get the actual source of it, but like supposedly they were like writing this and noticed some correlations between this and the Odyssey, and then I think then made some changes to make it more so like the Odyssey. And they said they just knew parts of the Odyssey from pop culture or probably
And
talking with their smart fancy friends at their fancy parties.
yeah, and I mean, I'm sure growing up like in the 70s where this was like I don't even remember it being a part of my high school curriculum at all. Like that, like Greek mythology was like very loosely touched on, and like, oh, there was a bunch of stories. Like we didn't read any of them.
Yeah, I don't think I read any of these either.
I always hated Greek mythology for no reason. I just didn't like it.
I don't think it's something that you could get into as like a 13, 14 year old. Like, what are you really
Well,
getting
let me
from that
tell you a
stuff?
story quick. When I used to be a teacher, I was teaching a unit on Greek mythology or whatever, and there was like a group of 12, 13-ish year old boys that were just smushing me on facts because
Really?
Percy Jackson just came out and they were like super into it. So I guess there is sort of a market, and I think a new TV show just came out on those. So I don't know. They're kind of
That's
like
cool.
superhero-esque. They got powers and stuff.
Yeah. The only mythology I know is from like God of War. So it's very loosely and very playing hard and fast with what actually happened, probably.
Yeah, I don't know what any of them do. They're all a bunch of weirdos.
Fucking loses.
Um, Favorite characters first?
Sure. I'll go last.
Oh, Robbie, would you like to go first or second?
Let me go first. Sorry. Okay.
Please.
I'm gonna go Tim Blake Nelson. That's
Nice.
Delmar O'Donnell. I just, loved his character. I was very sympathetic towards his character. He was also dumb as a brick. and also funny. I mean, some of the scenes with the frog and him getting baptized, and it was just very funny, and I enjoyed um, his performance. I forgot where I've seen him in what movies I've seen him in, but he's just very innocent in this movie, and I really just enjoyed that type of performance from him.
So two things on him. Aya said the same thing. She was like, he's so familiar, but when she was looking through his IMDb, she's like, he's not like I really haven't seen him in anything. Like he's just got like that face.
Yeah.
Um, and like I'm sure he's been in things that we've seen, but I think he's probably more of like a director because one of the things I was watching, and maybe Ryan, you saw this interview too. He was talking about how he got involved with this, and he was directing the movie O,
Hmm.
and he was like friends with, I think Ethan Coen, and
They were neighbors.
yeah, like him and his wife became like super close with him, and he knew Ethan Cohen knew that he was a classics major, and he's like, I want you to read the script and kind of like give me some pointers. And he's like, I read the script, and he told him, he's like, it's hilarious, I love it. And he ended up offering him the role of Delmar, and he's like, yeah, I would love to do it. I can't. I'm editing this movie. So Ethan Cohen tells him like, move the editing to Mississippi, and you're gonna film this. So he did it, and he was like, kind of at the end, he knew he realized like the reason that he wanted him, other than the fact that he liked him, was they only wanted to shoot this with close-ups of George Clooney. Like everything else was like wide shots with him in Turturro. And he's like, so that's the reason probably why they hired me, because like they knew Turturro wasn't like didn't have an ego, and he's like, fine, whatever you want to do, just do. And he's like, I was too stupid to know. Like they weren't giving me close-ups or anything. So it was a cool story, and it was cool listening to him kind of talk about how he got involved and how close he is with them.
Yeah. Yeah, he's I was just looking at it quick. Maybe you know him from Heavyweights? No? He was in the Watchmen series, the HBO one.
Really?
Yeah.
Was he?
Yeah. He's in a ton of stuff. There's probably something you're like, "Oh yeah." Um Minority Report, Thin Red Line, Scooby-Doo, Monsters Unleashed.
Ooh.
He's in a bunch of stuff, so but he does look I thought the same thing. I'm
He
like
was in Lincoln.
Lincoln, Lincoln Square.
Yeah. Shout out.
So, um, no, good choice. I mean, if he's still on the board, I gotta grab him. But I'm gonna take George Clooney here as my favorite character. Um, he was just very George Clooney and very likable, very enjoyable. I feel like they, when you said they were doing a lot of close-up shots of him, I almost feel like they were highlighting his eyes because they were just popping the whole movie. Maybe because he was like dirty most of the time too.
Yeah.
Um, but he was very good in this movie, very enjoyable. The kind of like smart, stupid guy that he plays so well. Like I'm dumb, but also like all of a sudden I'm gonna break out this stuff and like I used to be a fake lawyer and maybe I'll be a dentist and like
Con
just
man.
yeah, con man, like smart dummy. Um, so yeah, George Clooney.
Again, I mean, like what I learned about this movie and just kind of like the things that he represented was like he was like the representation of like the new wave of technology and everything coming through, and just kind of how the whole movie centered around his like spiritual awakening. And you know they're about to get killed at the end when he finally has that moment where he gives himself to Jesus, and he says, I just want to see my kids, I just want to see my kids. And he has that miracle, and then as soon as he finds out that he's not going to die, he's like, nah, all that stuff, I don't, whatever, I don't believe any of that stuff. Like there's a logical explanation for everything. But then he sees that cow on the roof going back to the prophet in the beginning of the movie. Yeah, I don't know, man. There's so much stuff when you look back, and if you're an idiot like me, there was a lot of stuff to go back on.
I don't think you're an idiot.
This
How are
movie
you
made me
gonna know
feel,
this stuff? But how are you
it
gonna know
made
this
me
stuff?
feel really dumb,
Right.
like really dumb. Because there's so much symbolism that I'm not good at picking up on. Like sometimes I will, but stuff like this when they're like when they were talking in like There Will Be Blood and just kind of like a lot of the symbolism of like I just take things at face value. I feel like sometimes when they're talking about the whole oil boom and industrial revolution, like obviously it's part of that, but there are like things in there that were kind of symbolic of the things that were happening at the time. So just feel like I don't go too deep on the meanings and the symbolism and stuff.
I used to
Uh,
hate in English class when the teacher would be like, and this
what is this?
symbolizes blah blah blah. The
Yeah,
ring they wear on their finger symbolizes the circle of life. And I'd be like, no, it doesn't. It's a ring. Shut up.
yeah, no,
Hated
yeah,
it.
and it's like how much of it did you actually pick up on, and how much is just you just know, or you read it somewhere, or you learned it somewhere. So I don't
Some
know.
other
Maybe I'm not
idiot
that.
said it was this. I love
Yeah.
when there's I'm trying to think of a specific situation, but I know I've read it where like there's like a common accepted element of symbolism in some story and the author's like, nope,
Not at
not
all.
what I meant. I was
Well,
just
that
face value.
yeah, that's I mean they Vince Gilligan talks about that with Breaking Bad all the time,
Oh, really?
where he's like, I mean, like in some ways, yes, but in other ways, he's like, dude, we had no idea what we were doing the next season or like the next episode. Like we were just winging it, not winging it, but like episode to episode. There wasn't like this, oh, he did this in the third episode of the show and then in the fifth season. Like he's like, no, I mean, it's in a way kind of, it's just a coincidence that it was, if you
Yeah.
look for things,
We
you're
just
gonna find
reused the
something.
prop because we're cheap.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna go with. I mean, I kind of have to, right? Because he's my guy. I'll go with John Turturro as Pete Hogwallop. Um, I just love Turturro in anything that he's in, and didn't feel like this was his strongest performance, or he was such kind of like a big character where I wish there was more of him. Um, but yeah, I can't let him go off the board.
That's my Hogwallop blood. Uh, no, it's a good choice. Um, keep it going,
Least
Benny.
favorite. Oof. I don't. Oh, what's his name? Hold on. I'm gonna go with Vernon, Ray McKinnon as Vernon, the campaign manager. Uh, Not anything to do with like, yeah, not anything to do with him being a bad actor or the role being bad. It was just wanted to deliver one of these right into his suck hole. Um, yeah, fantastic job by him by being, just having a punchable face in this movie.
He was same when I first saw him, I was like, where the hell is he from? And I don't think I ever figured it out. But he's definitely from something I've seen. So
Everybody besides Clooney, everybody who's and uh, John Goodman, everybody looks so different than they actually do in real life, or at least what they look like now.
yeah. Oh, my turn. Was was the challenger in the mayoral race, was that Homer Stokes? That was his name, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, again, acted great, interesting character, but I mean, he's a piece of crap. Like he was clearly just like, trying to, win the vote and saying whatever, but underneath he was, clearly, you know, didn't believe in progressive thoughts, I guess
I
you
was
could
gonna say
say.
he would have fit
Yeah,
right in with our current times.
probably. Probably.
This is a controversial take, but I'm gonna go. Where is it? I'm gonna go John Goodman as Big Dan Teague. I don't like
Wow.
John Goodman for some reason. There's something about John
Really?
Goodman. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really enjoy him as an actor, and it's nothing to do with the person he was in this movie. I don't know. I just don't like. I don't know. I can't explain. I wish I could be. better at explaining why I don't like him. But there's just something about him I don't like. I don't think he's a good actor. I don't enjoy him. I don't think he's funny. Um, I don't think he's funny when I watch him on SNL. I don't think he's funny. Anything I hate, I used to hate him growing up on the Roseanne show. So maybe that's what it was. Just watching him growing up on the Roseanne show, like this guy looks like disgusting.
Maybe.
So it's just can't stand him. Don't think he's funny. Don't like him.
But what
I
about
was
that time he went over and beat up Jackie's boyfriend who was hitting her?
You didn't really watch Roseanne. I wish John Candy was still alive because I'd rather John Candy in this role.
I'd rather John Candy in like literally every role.
Yeah, I wish Jackie's boyfriend beat him up so he didn't have to appear in this movie.
Yeah. No, good choice. I mean, I could see it. I almost get the feeling, and I like John Goodman, and I think he's funny, and I pretty much like everything he's in usually. But I almost get the feeling that he's one of those where like he comes off as like a decent, like cool dude, sort of lunch pail-ish type of guy. But like in real life, he's like such a piece of shit. Like he fucking hates his fans, he hates the job, he hates fucking everything. He's just like,
You
fuck
think
these
so?
fucking
I don't get that.
plebes.
I don't get that vibe from him.
I don't know. I've gotten that vibe a few times.
All right.
I
So you
hope
met
I'm
him?
That's
wrong.
why I hate
I'm
his
probably
guts.
am wrong. What's that?
That's why I hate his guts. He's mean to his fans.
Yeah. Starting that rumor here. Um, any Ani mentions for characters, both good or bad.
I can't let a Simpsons Seinfeld bit character go by
The
without notice
best.
without calling him out. But Brian Reddy, the guy that was the high voice when I think Elaine would call to talk to her friend, and she would get him on the phone, and then she would think she was talking to the girlfriend, and the girl, it was him, or she thought she was talking to him, and it was a girlfriend. So,
Oh
uh,
yeah. I thought you were talking
yeah,
about someone else.
who
There's two Seinfeld alums in here.
who
Yeah,
was the other one?
I think you're talking about the detective,
Cougar.
right?
Cougar, I hear
Cal-
your company stinks.
Oh yeah. Oh yes. That was yes. T-Bone. No, no, he's gonna be T-Bone.
George. I love him. He's in that. I love him in Super Troopers.
Industrial, the Industrial Smoothing Company.
Yep. You couldn't smooth a silk sheet if you had a hot iron. I lost my train of thought. Well, he's my Ani mensch because I love him.
Good thing, man. I almost forgot about him.
Yeah. And I couldn't take him seriously with, I know he was supposed to be like maybe even representing the devil himself.
100%.
But I could not take him seriously. All I could see is him in his chair.
Spinning around.
No hands, George. Or no feet. I forget, whatever he said.
Uh,
Uh, um, any Ani mentions for you, Robbie?
Yeah, of course. Stephen Root plays the radio station guy.
Best.
Love him. Even playing that role is fantastic. The 5 minutes on screen, he was probably one of the best performers on the movie. So shout out to him. Always good, fantastic. And Barry.
yes, the best, Mary.
Love
Um,
Stephen Root.
I like Charles Durning as Pappy.
Yeah,
A real scumbag,
same.
real scumbag,
You
but he
son
was
of a
good.
bitch. I feel like he looks familiar too.
His whole crew was good. His son and
Yeah,
the Yes Man, they were all good.
yeah. I always thought it was. I thought the whole, because I mean that's real. I'm sure really what they did with like political campaigns back then. Like maybe you get on the radio, maybe you drive a truck around and have a little person sweeping. I don't whatever.
All's fair.
All's fair, just whatever. Corruption through the roof, but all's fair. Um, all right. Any other Ani mentions from anybody?
Not for me.
I
What's
like
his name?
Tommy. I like Tommy. I liked his character. And Holly Hunter I liked too.
Oh, Holly
I
Hunter's
like
good.
George Nelson, the rogue bank robber, the depressed bank robber.
Yeah, that was good.
When he shot all those cows, I was like, oh my God, out of
Yeah.
nowhere.
I hate cows almost as much as I hate coppers.
Coppers.
All right. Uh, let's move on to, I don't know. Should we do least favorite first?
Yeah, I guess so.
I guess. Go ahead.
Who's up? Robbie?
Um,
Yes. I mean, am I? No. I just went. Am I
yeah, so
back around?
yeah.
Least favorite? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yes.
Where am I? Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, I'll go with what's up? My least favorite is the like the hell is it? The political candidate scene is that when they're doing that little whatever political stuff on the outside in that little gazebo type thing. I don't know. I just thought it was boring. I didn't really get too much out of it. I don't know what the purpose of that was. Yeah, maybe you found that later on, but I mean, it just kind of killed the little momentum that I had for it with me. I didn't need that scene, but what the hell do I know? I'm a fucking loser. So
Um, I'm gonna honestly actually gonna go with the siren scene. I don't know. I just didn't care for it. Like, don't get me wrong. If those women were singing to me, I'd probably do the same thing and turn into a frog. But I just I don't know. I just didn't like the scene that much. It was just whatever. I mean, after when they think he's a frog, thought that was great and whatever. But the initial scene, I was just kind of like, nah,
It was a little long.
yeah, like
It
we
was a
don't
little
need
long.
all this. Come on. And George Clooney must have, well, his character was just, she was just pouring fucking
Moonshine.
Everclear down his throat. Like, I'm surprised he wasn't dead.
That Dapper Dan probably he probably had a nice little insulation layer in his gullet. My least favorite. It's hard. There's really nothing. I mean, the two you guys picked were probably where I would go. I would think that like I said, I thought the siren scene was a little too long. It felt like it went on forever. I'll go, the scene in the woods just because of for obvious reasons. It was very uncomfortable to watch with the hoods
Oh,
and the whiz. Not our whiz, the G whiz. I don't know how much I could say on YouTube.
you think that would get us in trouble? Probably.
The Grand Whiz.
Cheese
Yeah,
Whiz?
Cheese Whiz. That's his name. It was uncomfortable. I felt bad for Tommy.
Um, all right.
Favorite scene.
Favorite, go ahead.
Um, I hate to steal it because you mentioned it, but I've been sitting on it. Was definitely everything with the frog,
It's-
and Delmar thinking, what's his name? Peter. Is that John Turturro's character's name? Yeah, Pete turned
yeah.
into the
yeah.
frog. Just so funny. Just the way he was taking care of the frog, and oh, well, I think we need to take him to a wizard. It was so funny. Yeah. R.I.P. that toad at the end there when
Yeah,
good old John Goodman
just
like a pimple.
mashed them.
It's a shame.
Oh, my turn. I guess I'll go. Uh, maybe that's too easy. I'll go with the movie theater scene when John Turturro's back in the fold and he's like, "Don't go for the treasure."
It's a
Um,
setup.
it's a setup. Yeah, I just thought that was enjoyable and funny
We
and
thought you turned into a frog.
frog, a frog. Um, I also thought it's. I wonder, did they really do that? Like take prisoners to a movie?
Guess.
Maybe.
Why
True
not?
story.
Yeah.
Stay
Uh,
alive, right? That's what
guess.
it found Lee Harvey Oswald.
Yeah. I don't know. But yeah, I'll pick that one. But I have a number of Ani mentions, I think. But go ahead, Robbie.
I'm gonna go with the let me see. I'm gonna go with the Doggy Bottom Boys end performance. They just sounded so good. I mean, you wouldn't even know that they were lip syncing, and that wasn't their real voice in the movie. Who would have thought? I just love everything, Clooney just going back and forth to, trying to get his wife back and singing and stuff like that. The music was really fantastic in this movie. I'm not really like a bluegrass type country guy, but a lot of this was enjoyable. It makes me want to go listen to the soundtrack, and play it at my desk. But it was good performance. The three of them together had great chemistry, and I really enjoyed all three of my. Even I know years ago, months ago, I a lot of Clooney hate probably during Eyes of March or something like that. But I thought he was really good in this movie. I enjoyed him. He was very charming in this movie.
Agree. I also love that scene specifically for John Turturro's dance moves.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
fantastic. He's the best.
Yeah. All right. Any Ani mentions on scenes? I mean, I know you said it was your least favorite scene, and I totally understand that, but I actually really liked the scene, even though it was horrible.
Yeah.
But like the whole like the marching and like the setup, like it was shot beautifully. It was terrible, but it was also I liked it, and the good guys ended up winning, so it worked out.
Yeah, no, I didn't think it was bad. It just made me feel a little uncomfortable.
No, I get it. Yeah, I understand. It was kind of shocking that it was Homer under the
Yeah,
HOOD there, but not really that shocking if you think about it.
100%. It was a good twist and a needed twist. I liked that his character ended up being the villain.
Oh, similar scene, not in um, you know, what it was, but like I guess the cinematography of it or like the setup of it, but when all the people were coming in for the baptism, just all of a sudden,
Mm,
all the people in the white just like converging onto this little lake or whatever, or pond. Um, I just really like both of those scenes for again, I don't know the word that I want, but like just how it was all set up and all the people moving in specific order. I like that stuff.
Yeah, again, I'll go back to even the first performance at the radio station. I thought that was a great scene. I enjoyed
Yeah.
that again with the music, and I'm glad that the Bottom Boys, they were sensations. Sensational.
I also call out the fire at the barn scene early on in the movie. We're in a tight spot. But just, the cousin, I'm sorry. And then him just, them shooting at it and the kid driving in with the books and everything was very entertaining.
good call. Good call. That's my kin.
It's my hog wallop blood. Any other scenes to call out?
Not specifically, no.
Anything else anyone wants to say about Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
I, Robbie, would recommend maybe reading a little bit about it or like just doing like a little YouTube. I know you're a YouTube guy like I am. Just doing a little YouTube kind of search on maybe like just a couple videos on it because I really do think it's very interesting what they did with the movie. And again, I totally get not wanting to do homework after a movie, but it's really cool of all the things the way that they can be kind of dissected and you just learn about kind of the symbolism in the movie because it made me think a lot about the movie. I've been thinking about a lot just because of how deep it is. and it was enjoyable.
I'll give it a go. I just need to watch somebody taking off from LAX.
I need to watch a whole 7 hour flight from the cockpit.
But yeah, no, I'll watch it.
Nice. Um, all right. Well, before we go, Robbie, are you willing and able to tease next week already, or are we still deciding
I
on
can
your
give you a
big
tease.
pick?
I can give you a tease.
Tease, tease.
Tease, tease, tease,
Nice.
Ooh, nice.
tease.
Nice. If you're watching YouTube, you should know what the movie is. I'm ready. It's been a while.
It's been a long time for me. Been a long time for me. I'm ready to rock and roll.
I might have to dust off. I got the Blu-ray ready to go.
Blu-ray.
That's nice.
Look at this
I
guy.
do not own a lot of physical media. That is one of the physical pieces of physical media that I own.
Nice.
Blu-ray.
Just looking at of course. Rental.
Oh,
Buy it.
That's I may have already purchased it, so maybe I don't have to worry about that.
I thought it was on. Did it leave like Netflix or something?
It must have. It says it's on AMC,
Oh, I already did a whatchamacallit on AMC.
YouTube
They're not gonna
TV.
want
You can get movies on YouTube TV if you have a subscription.
You can rent from YouTube.
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 Speaking of rentals, you know what pisses me off? Best in Show rented it last week.
Six
A
bucks.
day or two later, it's on HBO.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I
Oh,
watched it
because of
on
Catherine.
Netflix.
Yeah, I watched it on
It
Netflix
was
too.
on
Yeah.
Netflix. Oh, maybe it was on
Yeah,
Netflix.
yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
No, it was
I
on.
think
No,
I
I
watched it. Oh, I watched it early. That's what happened because I
Oh,
had
I
to
watched it on
travel. I watched it
Netflix.
like Friday, Saturday previous,
Mm.
and
Yeah,
then
I
seriously,
think they
like the
put it up.
next few days, it was on something.
I think they put it up because of Catherine O'Hara.
I think so too. Yeah,
Yeah.
but whatever. It was like
I
$6
wish
too. It wasn't even the
yeah,
$3.99
that's what I'm saying. I was
jobber.
like, this is $6. I said, absolutely not. Not in this economy. Not this inflation.
I wish I could have done a little bit more of a deep dive on like a lot of the symbolism. I'm just not that good at explaining things. I feel like I get carried away. But it was really, like I said, it was really cool. I enjoyed this. I'm definitely gonna watch it again.
Yeah, I'll give it a go on YouTube and check out the symbolism stuff.
Yeah, just even if you just Google, not Google, but search for "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?" You know, like those "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?" explained.
Five
But
minute deep dive.
yeah, the videos that I watched are pretty quick. They were like 10, 10, 15 minutes, and they went in pretty deep.
I hate when you
Pause.
click on those and you get the
Pause.
robot voice.
Nah, no pause,
No
no pause.
pause.
It wasn't. No, it wasn't one of the robot voices.
Hate it.
I know.
Um,
It was cool. I mean, it was like aside from the Odyssey stuff, it was a lot of religious symbolism in there too. So, and then obviously a lot of the Jim Crow stuff. So, it was cool. Like I said, it wasn't just the Odyssey. It was how much stuff I feel like was just crammed into this movie, and you know, and not necessarily in your face, but if you're looking for it, it's there. Anyway, that I'll stop talking.
All right.
um, did either of you clock that the song was going to be a hit and that was going to save them in the end? Because as soon as they recorded it, I was like, that's it. That'll do it.
Yeah, I think when he said the prophet said that you're gonna find success and riches,
Yeah, I
but
took
it's
that
not
into
gonna be
account.
for what you think it's gonna be. I was like, okay, so that's it's gonna end up they're gonna end up being famous because of the song.
Yeah. Which also, lastly, I want to ride one of those things. The Prophet had the pump on the
Oh, I
railroad
know you would think the amount of times we saw them in cartoons growing up, like those would just be like all over the
all
place.
over the place.
Yeah, it should be a ride somewhere like Disneyland or something like that.
Yeah.
I'd pay to do
Wile E. Coyote's Wild Ride.
it.
Anything else about Oh Brother?
Now, bye bye. Oh, brother.
See you never.
Well, Robbie, tell him good night.
Oh, please, good night. Rest in peace, James Van Der Beek.
My wife said no.
Yeah.
Wow.
Leave. I said no.
Rest in peace, Dawson.
Let the boy
I don't want
watch.
your laugh.
Let the boy watch. He needs to learn the way I learned from my father. The way he learned from his father. Let